Problem solving, a concept. In this video, we'll be talking about a new topic called problem solving. Now let's get into this. Now let's see the introduction first. Let's start this section with famous the two-string problem by Mayer 1931. Now this image of this two-string problem as well in the last slide. I will show you it in the end. Now I want you to imagine that, because if you imagine, it's better for you to remember this. Imagine you're the person standing in the middle of this room in which two strings are hanging down from the ceiling. Now, so imagine that you're standing in a room and there are two strings hanging down from the ceiling. So what this is saying, so what this experiment or the problem is saying is that a person, so the goal for you as a person in that room is to tie those two strings together. But the problem is that those two strings are short and you cannot tie them. They are not long enough, so you cannot tie them. So it is so you are not able to tie them. But there are things you have available in that room. You have clean paint brushes. Now look at the fourth point. You have available paint brushes, clean paint brushes, a can of paint, and a heavy canvas tarpaulin. How will you tie the two strings together? Now that's question. Now let's see what exactly a problem is. A problem is a barrier or hindrance towards your goal. Therefore, problem solving can be defined as behavior of overcoming these hindrances to achieve your goal. So we got the definition of problem solving. What is it? It is a behavior. So problem solving as a behavior is of overcoming these hindrances, which are hindrances. You can also call it barrier in simple words. Barrier, which are which actually don't let you get to your goal. So problem solving is a behavior that is overcoming these barriers or hindrances to achieve your goal. A typical problem solving process involves 7 steps. Now let's see those steps. Process of problem solving steps. Problem identification. It has a precondition for the problem solving process. Now this is the first step, problem identification by name. You have to identify the problem. That's what it is. It has a precondition for the problem solving process. A problem can be solved only when it is identified as a problem. Second step, problem definition. In this stage, a problem's nature, meaning, and scope are identified. So the nature of the problem, the meaning of the problem, and the scope of the problem, and how big the problem is, and what kind of problem that is, all of that is identified in this second step. Third step, strategy formation. Stage involved in exploring the ways to tackle or overcome the problem. So in this stage is involved in exploring the ways. In this stage, you try to find the ways to tackle or overcome the problem. Organization and formation, the fourth step, collecting and organizing all the information about the problem and its proposed solution. Collecting and organizing all the information. By name, you can remember this, organization and information. So you have to collect and organize all the information about the problem and its proposed solution. According to Sternberg 2012, you have to remember the name and the year. This stage involves how do the various pieces of information in the problem fit together. Now, fifth point, allocation of resources. After deciding which strategy is appropriate and how to follow the selected strategy, in this stage a decision is taken regarding allocating resources. Now, as I told you, that two string problem in which there are resources around you. So you now in this stage, in this fifth step, you make a decision of how can you use those resources, or you should use those resources, or which resources you should use. Now, sixth point, monitoring. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, 6 point. To solve the problem successfully, this stage requires a person to continuously cross, check, or scrutiny the path he or she had chosen. So to solve the problem, so in this stage, to solve the problem successfully in this stage requires a person. So in this stage, a person continuously cross checks or scrutiny the path that until now you have chosen to solve the problem successfully. Evaluation. Now evaluation. This is important. In this last stage of the seventh step, in this last stage of the problem solving process, judgment about the success or failure of the attempt to solve the problem is made. So in this last stage of the problem solving process, judgment about the success or failure of the attempt to solve the problem is made. So what you have to remember is that in this stage, judgment about success or failure of the attempt that you made to solve this problem is made. Now the two string problem. Now let's see the image of that. Now this is the image I got actually. So you can see those two ropes which are actually small and you cannot tie them together. As you can clearly see, it is hard for you will not be able to tie it. And yeah, the things are different actually. So what we saw in the first slide was paint brushes, can, and what was it? Trampoline as well. No, trampoline not. What was it? Tarpaulin, yes, I'm sorry, heavy canvas tarpaulin. So you can ignore all the things in that room. These are different things, but you can just say the same, because in the end, resources. Those are resources, as in the we saw in the which allocating of resources stage, which is the fifth stage, in which you decide whether to allocate resources or not. So in this stage, this person right here, uh, we in the fifth stage, what he'll do, he will try to allocate. He will try to think that how should I use these resources, or should I use the resources, which resource here available I should use to do to tie this properly. Now that is it for this video. That's all you have to know about. That's all I had to tell you about problem solving. I'll give you some time to take the screenshot of all this. And I'll see you guys in the tomorrow in the next video. And as you know, I'm uploading videos every day, so subscribe to the channel and on the bell icon to stay notified, and to not miss the video I'll be uploading tomorrow. We'll discuss the further part on the next topic. I'll see, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. You can leave a like if you love the video. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video with a new topic. Until then, if you want to leave a like, you can leave a like.